First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next order of business would be to approve the regular session minutes from June the 3rd.
I'll make that motion.
Vote, yes. Public comment period, we have nobody in attendance tonight, anything from Brookside?
Nothing I know of.
Anything from Worthington Hills?
Oh, yeah, I need to say, sorry. You wanna take that? I'll take that.
Anything from Worthington Hills, Chet?
Other than July 4th, planning, I think, which is, everything's under control at this point, so, the road's gonna get swept on Monday. Other than that, that's fine. They did replace the dead tree, so. I thought of Andy when they were planting that tree, so.
Oh, at the bottom of the hill, coming up the hill.
I thought it was gonna come back. Really?
It's like they're trying to save the other one too, a little bit. There's one that's a little bit. They put a water bag on it, so. Epcot and Ravello.
And everything, all the paperwork is in for Ravello to, the streets to be transferred over to us. We're working on an agreement right now between, Ravello and the township, for some work that might be done, when their construction is done.
What's getting swept in Worthington Hills? Just the club view?
No, everything in Worthington Hills will be swept next week, Monday and Tuesday. And then they will come back, on the 5th and sweep.
Are you gonna put signs up about that?
We'll put them up Wednesday.
I was wanting, in front of my house in particular, we got two neighbors we got 5 cars and 2 homes. And they park 4 of those cars on the street back every night. And they'll put them in their driveway if they just know it's coming the next day.
Yeah.
But
We'll have it dated for, we'll go on Wednesday, the signs.
perfect, all right.
Luke will be sending out
Yeah, I'll get
information as well too.
Zoning,
Oh, he's not here. Huh, okay,
You have a meeting on Wednesday?
I wonder if he got hers next.
Yeah.
We do, yes, we have a.
wanna come back to it in case he pops in a few minutes early, or you wanna go to it?
Please.
Come back to it?
Yeah.
All right, road department.
The only thing I have is a little update on the salt barn. I spoke with Eli and Eric from Easy Done on Thursday. They're looking to start the demo in 3 to 4 weeks. It's still in the design phase. They're expecting the design to be completed within 2 to 3 weeks. The structure is looking like it's gonna be an 8 to 10 weeks lead time for the fabric. When that comes in, it'll only be a few days and it'll be installed on the concrete. But I've asked Eli to come into our next meeting to give an update and hopefully have a better schedule with some actual dates on it.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
Fire EMS,
Reports.
police,
Under old business, I have the police levy communications. I'm not too sure what that all is.
Yeah, I figured out when the absentee voting is, so I'll get some dates for the meetings being in Worthington Hills, Epcot and over at Brookside. I've been in contact with the schools and such.
anything else under police?
Yeah, there's just approval for, the 2 reserve officers, Darren Smith, which we obviously sworn in today. Then there's another one with, Joshua Abshire. He'll probably be about another 45 to maybe 2 months out. They've got Dr. Price, who does a CVSA for us. He has surgery. So until he gets his CVSA done, he's kind of at a halt right now, so. But he's our next one to get sworn in probably in a future date. Then under also old business is the no soliciting stickers arrived, and Luke has those, is that correct?
Just got some.
Some right there.
And those are going out, are we, it's in the newsletter?
It's in the newsletter. He's also gonna put it with the transient vendor information on the website. And it will be in the welcome taxes. You folks see them.
Now for the new business, we've been, Beth's gonna help with this too, but for our body cam server, we're having to look at going to a cloud-based server. Because our current server we have is run out of storage. Our retention policy is 2 years and we're about 85% capacity. And we still have like 6 months left. And with the department or the township going to a cloud-based server, we have to switch our server from standalone to a cloud base. Which, the cost, do you guys have the quotes, the quotes of the server, the cloud base?
Steve put them in there.
Okay. I can give you mine, but a yearly subscription to have unlimited storage for cloud base for our body cams and cruiser cams is roughly about $22,000 a year. After the first year, it goes to $26,000. That's a year-to-year basis.
Who's that through?
Motorola,
And it's gotta be through their
it does.
cloud base?
Now, we have the option going to our own standalone server to accommodate more storage,
Yeah,
but with the township going to a cloud base, we can't do that because all our information when it comes to all the technology with the cruiser cameras and body cams, they don't communicate for a standalone server to a cloud. It has to be a cloud base. And with
Yeah.
cloud, you get unlimited storage.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's and does it have to be with Motorola?
Yes.
Because the only reason I ask is like, we have cloud-based servers for my business and we have a ton of data.
Right.
Ton. We're on unlimited and we're paying like $381 now through ShareFile. And ShareFile has, the reason why we went with this, because we do a lot of hospital work, and it's HIPAA compliant. So they have all these security, it's basically Citrix is but, I mean, is this like Motorola saying, hey, we can kind of cash in on,
From what was my contact over at Motorola, he's actually a local rep here. It's the licensing purchase. And you can't have a Motorola product. They don't have the license with like, who you have at your business.
yeah,
It has to be strictly through Motorola. Now, we tried finding other options on a cheaper route, but
Yeah.
right now, the only route the solution we have is going to a cloud base.
yeah,
But that gives us unlimited storage, any kind of video redaction we have to do with myself or Luke, there's no extra cost with that. Just obviously the yearly subscription.
Is that taking up space on the 85% right now?
Mhm.
How much would that free up a decent amount of space then on our,
Well, if we go cloud base, it doesn't matter how much
Yeah.
you use, it's unlimited.
well, but I thought this was cloud-based just for Motorola.
Well, that's who bases all of our videos for
Right.
body cams and cruiser cams. It's all based through this cloud. Right now, we have a server on site, which is 4 terabytes. That's almost at max capacity. Probably in about 3 months, we'll be at max, which means that
So when we go to this cloud base, we won't need that at all anymore then?
no standalone server on site, that frees up equipment. Yeah, nothing will be on site. It's all through the cloud.
that's a huge cost every year and going up. Yeah,
You're kind of held captive is the thing, you know?
yeah, I mean, it's like you're at $2,000, and I know it's a huge amount, but you're at $2,000 every month. So,
Yeah, Steve didn't put that in the meeting folder, so
I can give at least my copies. I only have one of
it's
each.
all right. I'll email it.
Okay.
Well, we'll just have to, you're not looking for a motion for that tonight, are you?
I don't think I am. I think it's.
No, I mean,
That's just normal.
there's a potential for a grant.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what they're looking at right now.
So what is, there's a grant we may qualify for, but we've already applied for about $90-some thousand in
Yeah.
12 months.
we've been pretty successful in that.
So we don't know how this is gonna go. We're gonna try.
Yeah.
But I just wanna make aware that it's not a guarantee we can get that, but we
Okay.
will
Who's
definitely.
it great with,
See, just. So those are off, we're trying to find another alternative, but we're gonna try this go for the grant.
All right, well. Keep our fingers crossed on the grant. Anything else on our police? Madam Administrator,
Let's see, the ODOT 161 order study, We had a meeting online. The pricing, most of the partners were present. The pricing that was done a year ago is now in essence obsolete. So they're going to be going back to see what kind of, they're thinking they can cut out some of the costs for the Linworth area because of not having to do certain right of ways and easements. But the bottom line is they're gonna have to go back and refigure all the cost and such. And then that's ODOT will be. Not ODOT, yes, ODOT will be sending out the information as soon as they find it. It's just kind of
We're a small partner. and-
we're a very small partner in it now. Folks were asked, are you still willing to pursue this? Everybody, the larger entities and state and so on and so forth really do believe that it's a worthwhile project and it's needed. But I really do think it's gonna come down to what the final cost is gonna be. Right now, they were saying there's about a shortfall of $4 million. Yes. So, they've gotta try and figure out, like I said, what some of the right of way and easements, they're not gonna have to do now. But as soon as that information comes in, I'll make sure it's shared with everybody.
We're partner, the other portion of this is county engineer is kind of putting in money for us, so I think we were maybe 5% or something.
Yeah,
We'll have to look at the numbers.
yeah. So hopefully that will be in within the next 6 weeks, I think is what she was estimating. If, I sent you all the financing information from Baird and Baird, for a new facility in Reno. So, I don't know when y'all are gonna wanna kind of sit down and address that information, but know that it's in your inbox. The loan, infrastructure loan program, we're still working slowly on that. Mount Carmel update, they are gonna be closing this down out here, our access from Summer Road at the end of the month. We'll be able to get out via, Bright Road, and that's
Hey,
a
Beth,
temporary.
Just on that, I'm waiting for pricing back on that sign that you sent me,
Okay.
so.
Okay. We did kind of check into some things though, and well, actually Steve got a call from Drew Evans, he's the Director of Protective Services for Mount Carmel. They're gonna be taking this fence down in another 30 to 45 days. They've, just so that you guys are aware, there's been over $100,000 in loss from thefts of tools and cars being broken into. They have issues with some suspicious people. Some people are sitting in our parking lot trying to jump over fences. So any case, and folks from Danis and Mount Carmel had cars broken into. I did check with our insurance. Once that gate comes down, the personal vehicles would be covered by personal insurance. So that would be on the, individual staff members to take care of. If there's a theft, then that falls underneath the liability insurance through the township. And then, the only thing with the cars was like, for example, for me, I use my personal car for business. Some of that, if something were to happen to money, for example, some of that would be covered, but to be honest, I'm not out and about all that much anymore. So I guess my question to you folks is, when this fence does come down, knowing what's been going on next door, if you'd be thinking about what, if anything, you're gonna wanna do, if you want us to look into pricing for a perimeter fence, to secure the lot.
One thing I kind of worry about is police cars. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, that's-
yeah, well, that's a big one, cause they're,
Right.
it's very costly, and the equipment for that stuff to be damaged. And then that's gonna fall on our insurance companies.
That takes to mess with police cars is pretty
They're getting more bold out there.
They are.
pretty bold. That's not the word I would use.
Trying to-
Maybe like better, camera, video, signage that says, you on video or, something like that. That tends to scare people a lot.
Yeah.
Is video.
Well, they did put some cameras up over there, but my understanding is they're still, it didn't make the issues.
So at one point in time, Mr. Chairman, I think what we had talked about was putting a gate and at the front edge of the road garage. Correct me if I'm wrong here, and then doing a perimeter fence around that side all the way around the police department building. Kind of cordon it off that way so that the police cars obviously could access that area. I don't know what type of fencing, I would lean on Andy to kind of maybe give us some ideas about what that, because it's like, as well as the road department, so.
Didn't you get some, quotes not too long ago on fencing?
We looked at, chain link similar to what they have with the privacy latch. An iron fence, which I think was the more expensive route, a 6 or an 8 foot privacy fence. They don't recommend vinyl because you can kick those planks out.
What does, Clinton Township have, Cleveland Avenue on the east side?
Isn't that chain link?
They have the chain link, they have a chain link for a retractable gate, but they have like more like an iron style, that goes all the way around the firehouse to the, road department, to the police department.
It hasn't been a real problem for us to date though, has it?
No, but that was also a farm field for all those years, so we're just kind of, now you're gonna have a clientele, especially in the internet hospital about this time next year.
But you also don't, the other thing we gotta factor in is, right now, there's no constant security. Mount Carmel will have their own security force that will be patrolling the property. So, I think it's get a proposal, let's see what we're looking at whatever, and then, if we feel like it's becoming an issue, then, at least we're not starting from scratch, that we got something to look at, but I know that Mount Carmel, just our history, healthcare has their own security people that are constantly patrolling, so.
I think under my understanding with Drew Evans, they're gonna at least have one person full-time for security here.
Yeah.
And they're gonna obviously, base on a day-by-day basis and see if there are any more personnel, but they can only dedicate one person
Right,
for now.
yeah, and they're doing the same thing, they're gonna see if they can get by without adding, but,
They don't have that area all lit up yet by any means, and I think that'll make a big difference too.
Well, just so you know, in your Dropbox, I did put in some information that Mike and Steve were able to get, so you might want to kind of look through that, but if you want to go ahead and pull those then, and share it with everybody, at least we have started point.
Yeah, I can pull the estimates that I received last year, share them.
Michelle did get a meeting set up over at Brookside School. We're just waiting for the final okay, but it looks like we have a school on July 17th, which is a Wednesday. I think she requested 5:30 for us to go and get our stuff set up and start time at 6. So as soon as, I haven't gotten a final confirmation yet from the school, but that's usually because they're waiting to tag a specific janitor to let us in and out. And then, like I said, with the school meetings about the levies, I'll be getting that out the next week or two.
so is that, are we moving our meeting on the 15th to the 17th?
My understanding was you guys wanted a totally separate.
Yeah,
meeting.
that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how she's got that set up, and we'll get information out to everybody.
Yeah.
One item on the school agenda.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I meant to ask you guys today, so that lovely little smell emanating from the police department for like 3 days, is that gone now?
I didn't smell it
I
today.
think it's about 90% gone.
Okay.
So I think,
Yeah, they had a real stink bomb going back there, it was gross for like 3 days, I don't know how you guys took it.
that,
But our handy dandy road crew, I take it, did their magic again,
The traps dry out back there. It's all right.
kind of smell like you were in a stack cow manure. And nobody tried to come down with us, that's what kind of freaked me out. And that's all I've got.
Can I have one thing, and Mr. Robert's on an excellent job of making it real quick. So the police levy and potentially the facilities.
Thank you.
So I really think that, excuse me, I really think we need a special meeting to sit down and talk about the financing of that, but also we gotta get down to terms of what we're really asking for in the police levy. And we're running out of time. I mean, we have to do something in July to be somewhere in August, the Board of Elections, so.
That's just a regular meeting, that's not a special meeting or executive session type meeting, is it?
It can be a regular meeting.
It could be, we're just gonna have to do.
It just, we wanna dedicate some time to it, so.
I think it's gotta be a separate meeting,
Why
because
don't we
otherwise
just-
we're July now.
Why don't we just circulate,
Some dates.
some dates, we tend to do those on Friday mornings a lot,
Yeah.
and that seems to work. Or I spent a whole bunch of time there to figure out the date tonight, Beth, why don't you just contact people tomorrow and
Okay.
check their availability and see who we all need at that meeting and.
Did everybody get my update?
Yeah.
Okay, I have the original and then the updated version on
Yeah.
the same workbook, so, okay. I'll do that, then get some dates and times and get a setup, but I do think a separate meeting would be best. Thanks for all the things I forgot. So,
I forget a lot of things, but some things you tell me I can.
All right, 2 items remaining, Keith, we put, zoning on hold, he's out here, fiscal officer, we'll just do that one, I think there's nothing other than payroll and disbursements, is that correct?
correct.
I'll make a motion for the approval of payroll and disbursements,
Second.
vote,
Yes.
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 The last item on the agenda tonight, would be,
Forgot about the time change.
Yeah, we have.
Well, tomorrow night is the zoning commission meeting to review the finalized plans for Haven, which is what the development on Henderson Road is gonna be called. And so the representatives from the developer will be here. We do have a quorum, we have legal counsel that will be here. We sent letters out to 43 property owners that are within 200 feet of the property and have not received any responses as to questions or anybody wanting to be a speaker or any other responses from that. So I don't know what to expect. Could have some of the neighbors again tomorrow night, not sure.
Can I ask a question?
I'm sorry.
I got a call from Indianapolis, so. The developer wants to know, I know that there'll be a person here, a young lady, I can't remember her name.
Annie,
But the developer's name, his name is Jake. Is it possible to tie him in virtually?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here, so I'll set up a good Zoom.
Okay.
so you can handle it.
I can handle it. Well, I don't know. We'll try.
Okay, so, and then so the the final decision from the zoning commission will be made either tomorrow night or within days to recommend to you guys. In Henderson Road, we have a variance request for a detached garage, which is, that hearing is gonna be next Tuesday. Brookside Cottages, we are now waiting for response from Franklin County Water and Soil. Franklin Soil and Water for the plans for the wastewater
The stormwater, yeah.
and stormwater. So we have to sign off, but we get the recommendation from them. So they have those
They have the
plans,
plans, yeah.
so they're in review now. And then Riverside,
So I'm gonna ask, are both of these, are we turning dirt this year? On both of these projects,
are we what?
Turning dirt.
are we building this year? We starting
Brookside,
Brookside and
Doubtful. Henderson, likely.
Okay, Brookside,
Brookside, I think doubtful. Just
Doubtful?
based on my conversation.
okay,
But, and Henderson has a lot of work to do. Because first of all, they don't own the property yet.
right,
And so the property's not gonna be transferred till after work approval and all that. So they not only have to file the transfer, but then, it's a condominium. So I don't know where it stands as far as preparation of the condominium documents. That has to be filed. That has to go through a long process to be filed. So there's a lot of work to be done after.
And you got engineering and. all that
Engineering
other
is-
stuff That has to be.
Engineering seems to be done.
everything approved with the city and all that stuff. Well,
Correct.
then that'll help out a ton, but
Yeah.
it's just the down to the legal stuff and how fast they get figured
How
out.
fast
But,
it get done.
I mean, they might be moving dirt by the end of the year, but like,
And those roads are.
You guys are
private.
very efficient and fast in comparison to everything else, by the way.
Those roads are private.
Hmm?
The roads are private.
Yeah, the road in Henderson.
All the roads are private, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and mostly because the entire development is gonna be a condominium, and so it's only one road, one access.
So there's no
road.
conversion of
There's
streets.
no conversion.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so it'll be a common area, well, it'll be a private street within the condominium association. Riverside, no response again, still from the owner, so I am contacting the company that we used last year to clear the site, to meet with me on site, for me to explain to them everything that needs to be done this time, and to get a quote for that, so I'm expecting to do that next week. Should I, the way this is likely gonna work, we're gonna front the money to have this done. Should I get 3 quotes for that?
3 is always preferable.
I mean, either way, it goes on his taxes.
Either way, it goes on your
So
taxes,
It's,
but it's still money
Has
we're
to be
putting out of.
reimbursed.
Has to be done.
and the taxes I did check have been paid, so.
Oh, really?
So,
So I'll work on getting other quotes on that too, so. And I don't wanna let that go, cause it's. You
It's a
see
mess.
it, it's a
yeah,
mess.
yeah, I was over there
It's a
a
mess.
few days ago, so. But yeah,
Um,
just when you have the invoices come to me, just make sure I know which, well, you guys will be approving it, I guess, so
Yeah.
I just need to know which company, so I can collect that and send it to their.
and the, permit for the, golf netting in Worthington Hills, permit has not been issued because the fee has not been paid because the owner is out of town, but will be returning to town and paying the fee, so. Permit is not yet issued, the, appeal time lapses on the 22nd. That's it.
I'll see if anybody wants to do anything on that, but it's out of our hands at this point.
It is. That's it.
Okay, anything else before we adjourn? Motion to adjourn?
Do it, Karen.
Second, vote?
Yes.
Yes.
You're amazing.
40 minutes is amazing.
It is for me, so thank you